in the south wind, so very warm. Look at Orlando, 90 degrees coming up on Friday. Starting off your weekend, a couple of scattered storms. Central Florida, blustery showers, Midwest into the upper Ohio Valley, and we're looking at a brand new system with rain and wind around Seattle, Portland, as well as Eugene, Oregon, and high elevation snows. Those will be there as well in the west. Highs to start your Saturday, mid-60s in Atlanta, 64 in New York, cooling down in Boston, 63, 88 though in Phoenix, looking at 64 in San Francisco as we head in through your Saturday. The outlook for Sunday, drier weather across much of the east, still some rain and some wet snow across the northeast in a couple of spots, and we're looking at some showers south New Mexico into parts of southwest Texas. High temperatures, 80 in Phoenix, 52 in Chicago with a gusty wind off the lake, 55 in Louisville, 77, very nice in Orlando.
You are about to enter another dimension. A dimension not only of work and earnings, but of pension and leisure. A journey into a wondrous land of imagination. You unlock this door with Social Security's retirement estimator and online benefit application. Next stop, the retirement zone. Picture a man sitting at his home computer. He isn't sure whether he should apply now or work a little longer and begin receiving benefits at age 70. He's about to find out with a visit to the retirement estimator. The estimator uses his past earnings and allows him to key in variable future earnings and retirement dates to complete the picture of a retirement he'd like to live. Enter the retirement zone yourself. Visit www.socialsecurity.gov. That's www.socialsecurity.gov. We'll see you in the retirement zone.
McGruff here.
The crime dog?
Yep.
I think I'm going to need your help. I've got an internet bully.
Okay, well, what you do is...
Maybe you could put a virus on her computer. Or a tracking device. Or a bug.
You don't have to do that, all you...
Or maybe we could get an attack dog. You ever see those attack dogs that can, rip a person's arm off? Seriously. Or like a SWAT team. A cyber SWAT team or something. Or like an army. Did you ever see that zombie army movie? We should get a zombie army.
Wait. All you need to do to stop an internet bully is delete their messages and never forward them on.
So, no zombies?
No zombies.
Bummer.
Delete cyberbullying. Don't write it, don't forward it. For more information, visit ncpc.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, Crime Prevention Coalition of America, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
The Writer's Almanac podcast is supported by the Poetry Foundation, publisher of Poetry Magazine, now available in a digital subscription for iPad and iPhone. Subscriptions at poetryfoundation.org/digitalmag.
And here is the Writer's Almanac for Friday, the 1st of November, 2013. Today is All Saints' Day. It was on this day in 1512 Pope Julius II displayed Michelangelo's paintings on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel for the first time. Paintings it had taken Michelangelo 4 years to complete, scenes from the Old Testament, including the famous center section, the creation of Adam. Michelangelo was 33 at the time, and he was not anxious to do this work. He tried to point out to the Pope that he was a sculptor and not really a painter, but the Pope would not listen. And so Michelangelo used his skills as a sculptor to make a two-dimensional ceiling look like a series of three-dimensional scenes. He worked from a scaffold 60 feet above the floor, covering about 10,000 square feet of surface. Every day, fresh plaster was laid over part of the ceiling, and Michelangelo had to finish painting before the plaster dried. The Arecibo Observatory in Arecibo, Puerto Rico, opened on this day, 1963, the largest single-aperture telescope ever built with a diameter of 1,000 feet. It's close to the equator, so it can see, by way of radio waves, all the planets in the solar system, and it led to the first discovery of planets outside our solar system. A few years ago, it began collecting data in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, looking for deliberate radio or optical signals from other planets. The U.S. Weather Bureau made its first forecast on this date, 1870. Weather Bureau had first been a part of the Army, and on November 1st, 1870, at 7:35 in the morning, 24 observers across the country made their weather observations, transmitted them to Washington, D.C. by telegraph, and a week later, they issued their first storm warning. Eventually, the Weather Bureau moved to the Department of Agriculture and then to the Department of Commerce. The first medical school for women opened on this day, 1848, in Boston, started by Samuel Gregory. It was called the Boston Female Medical College. Samuel Gregory wasn't really a supporter of women's rights, but he believed it was unseemly for male doctors to assist women in childbirth. So the college mostly served as a school for midwives at first. Here's a poem for today by Barbara Crooker, entitled All Saints. It's one day past the Day of the Dead, and this has been a bad year. 6 funerals already and not done yet. But on this blue day of perfect weather, I can't muster sadness, for the trees are radiant, the air thick as Cairo warmed in a pan. I have my friend's last book spread on the table and a cup of coffee in a white china mug. All the leaves are ringing like the tiny bells of God. My mother, too, is ready to leave. All she wants now is sugar, panoche fudge, tapioca pudding, pumpkin roll. She wants to sit in the sun, pull it around her shoulders like an Orlan sweater, and listen to the birds in the far-off trees. I want this sweetness to linger on her tongue, because the days are growing shorter now, and night comes on so quickly. A poem by Barbara Crooker, All Saints, from her collection Gold, published by Cascade Books and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac, supported by the Poetry Foundation, offering poetry podcasts to listen to and thousands of poems to read at poetryfoundation.org, and by the Mosaic Foundation of Rita and Peter Hayden, based in Ann Arbor, honoring the literary arts and the universe of great ideas. Produced by Joy Biles, assistance by Teresa Burgess. Be well, do good work, keep in touch.
This is the Composer's Datebook for November 1st. I'm John Zeck. On today's date in 1948, Maestro Ephraim Kurtz led the first subscription concert of the newly reorganized Houston Symphony Orchestra. The orchestra was founded in 1913, but after struggling through the minor disruptions of 2 world wars and the Great Depression, the symphony's 1948 season marked its rebirth as a major player among American orchestras. Since then, the Houston Symphony's roster of music directors has included some of the 20th century's greatest conductors, Leopold Stokowski, Sir John Barbaroli, and Andre Previn, just to name a few. For their 1948 debut concert, the new Houston Symphony commissioned and premiered a work by Aaron Copland, a concert suite adapted from his latest film score. Copland had gone to Hollywood early in 1948 to write the music for the cinematic version of John Steinbeck's novella The Red Pony. Steinbeck himself prepared the screenplay, and Copland spent 10 weeks writing about an hour's worth of music for the new film, which was scheduled for release in 1949. And so his 1948 concert suite from The Red Pony debuted even before the movie itself. The Houston Post's review called Copland's suite clean, joyous, ingenious, and irresistibly spirited, and correctly predicted, Mr. Copland's Red Pony has grand little gaits and will stand playing again here and in a lot of other places. For more on Copland's many winners, the place to show you is our website, composersdatebook.org. Composer's Datebook is a production of APM, American Public Media, and the American Composers Forum.
reminding you that all music was once new.
Hi friends, Joe Hafner here. Are you interested in buying, selling, trading, or renting a house? Or maybe you're in the market for buying or selling a car? Or perhaps selling or giving away clothes, furniture, or electronics? Well, I can help you out. Just email me, Joe, at Gunther'sHouseOfFriends@gmail.com. That's Gunther'sHouseOfFriends@gmail.com. Email me today with your item and or items, and together we'll come up with a creative way to buy, sell, trade, or rent any reasonable item or service that you want. Keep in mind, though, I don't deal with the exchange of firearms, alcohol items, drugs, or anything illegal or immoral. So send me an email today at Gunther'sHouseOfFriends@gmail.com.
Hey, 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 it's Fred Albert, and I'm gonna sing a song for you. And Bill's gonna show you a thing or two. You'll have some fun now with me and all the gang, learning from each other while we do our thing. Na, 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 gonna have a good time. Hey, hey, hey.
This is Bill Cosby coming at you with music and fun. And if you're not careful, you may learn something before it's done. Hey, hey, hey.
Welcome back to Studio 27 on this Friday morning, the first day of November 2013. All Saints Day coming up in a little bit. I'll have the CBS World News Roundup for you, as well as popular tweets of the day, news of the weird, the song of the day, what's on TV tonight, and a whole lot more. But right now, though, it's time to find out who's celebrating a birthday today, okay? So cue the music, maestro, and let's hit it.
Damn it, Jim, what the hell's the matter with you? Other people have birthdays. Why are we treating yours like a funeral?
Bones, I don't want to be lectured.
And before I run down this short list of who's celebrating a birthday today, if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday. And you share your birthday with these famous people. Anthony Kiedis of the Red Hot Chili Peppers is 51. Toni Collette of Hostages, the United States of Terror, Little Miss Sunshine, she is 41. And Jenny McCarthy from The View is 41. I told you it was a short list. And those are the celebrity birthdays for this Friday. Now, let's go back in time. And I have room for one passenger in the time machine. And I've chosen you. Yeah, come on up here. Let's get in the car, okay? So go ahead and step inside the car, and I'll turn on the time circuits, shut off the music, start the engine, and away we go. And we'll set the destination for November 1st, the year 1870. All right, 1870 is the year we're going back to, so hang on. Here comes the temporal displacement. It's a little bit bumpy. We're leaping. Going through the time vortex, and we're in outer space in a Klingon bird of prey flying around the sun, going at warp 10. And boy, it's hot in here. Well, let's go back in time to the year 1870, and the United States Weather Bureau made its first weather forecast based on information taken from dozens of strategically placed telescopes. Today we call it a colonoscopy. You know, they make those from... Today they just made them from strategically placed bars, but that was the first weather forecast on this date in 1870, and I understand the first complaint came at noon that day when they got the forecast wrong. All right, for more of Today in History, here's the Associated Press.
November 1st, 1765. The Stamp Act takes effect as Britain imposes a tax on its American colonists. They respond with stiff resistance, and Britain later repeals the act. But the episode sets the stage for the American